Hey, I wanted to talk to you about something that happened in the meeting earlier.
Okay, what happened?
Well, I noticed that during the discussion, there were a few loaded questions thrown around, and it made me uncomfortable.
Loaded questions? I don't know if I have heard of those before. Can you please explain what loaded questions are to me?
Sure. A loaded question is a question that has a presumption built into it, often with an intent to direct the conversation or elicit a certain response. They can be manipulative and put people on the spot.
Okay, it is a question that contains a presumption. Can you give me an example?
One example was when our boss asked, "Don't you think we should cut costs by laying off some employees?" It's loaded because it assumes that laying off employees is the only way to cut costs, and it puts pressure on us to agree.
I see what you mean. Another example might be, have you decided to stop slacking off at work yet? This question assumes that the person was being lazy, even if they were working really hard. So, do you have any thoughts about how to address loaded questions?
One way is to recognize the loaded nature of the question and address the underlying assumption directly. For example, we could respond with something like, "While cutting costs is important, I think there might be other strategies we can explore before considering layoffs." This shifts the focus away from the assumption and opens up the conversation to alternative solutions.
I also think it would be important to stay calm. You could ask the person to restate or rephrase the question to allow you to think of a way to respond to the faulty assumption. And you might consider sharing your perspective that challenges the assumption. For example, you could say, "I actually have been working really hard to finish my projects," if asked if you are done being lazy.
Exactly. And if we are aware of loaded questions and how to address them, we can have more fair and productive discussions. So, let's keep an eye out for them.
Thanks for watching. Please support the channel by hitting that like button.